Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket change. Today we have an absolutely jaw-dropping story about one of the most legendary and valuable coins in American history. I am talking about the famous 1982 no-mint-mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that has recently been valued at an astonishing $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, one single penny worth nearly $2 million. So, what makes this tiny copper coin so incredibly valuable? Well, to understand that, we need to take a journey back to the year 1982 itself. This was a pivotal year for the United States Mint because it was the year they transitioned from using a copper composition for the penny to a much cheaper zinc composition coated in copper. Prior to 1982, pennies were made primarily of 95% copper, but due to the rising cost of copper, the mint made the decision to switch to a more affordable material. However, during this transitional period, there were multiple varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent produced. Some were struck in copper, some in the new copper-coated zinc, and even the size of the date on the coin varied. There were small date and large date varieties for both compositions, making 1982 one of the most complicated and fascinating years for penny collectors in the history of American coinage. Now, among all these varieties, the 1982 no-mint-mark Lincoln cent struck on a copper planchet stands out like a shining star. The reason it is so rare is because almost all the 1982 no-mint-mark pennies were supposed to be struck on the new zinc planchets, not copper. The Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark at the time, inadvertently struck a very small number of pennies using the old 95% copper planchets. These copper 1982 no-mint mark pennies are exceptionally rare, and finding one is like hitting the numismatic jackpot. Only a handful of these coins are confirmed to exist, and their rarity has driven collectors into a frenzy. Just recently, a pristine example of the 1982 no-mint-mark Lincoln cent graded as MS69 red by a leading coin grading service sold for an eye-watering $1.8 million at a major auction. This sale has sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community and has reignited massive interest in searching through old jars, drawers, and collections to find another example. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1982 pennies? First, you need to check if your penny has no mint mark, which means there is no small letter under the year 1982 on the front of the coin. Second, you must determine whether the coin is made of copper or zinc. An easy way to tell is by weighing the coin. A copper penny from 1982 should weigh about 3.1 grams, while a zinc penny will weigh about 2.5 grams. A simple digital scale can be an incredibly valuable tool in your treasure hunt. If your 1982 penny without a mint mark weighs around 3.1 grams, you might just be holding a fortune in your hand. Of course, you should have the coin professionally authenticated and graded to confirm its legitimacy and maximize its potential value if you decide to sell. Now let's talk about the current market value and why it has exploded. As with all rare collectibles, value is determined by rarity, demand, and condition. Because so few of these copper no-mint-mark 1982 pennies exist, demand from collectors is incredibly high. Every time one of these coins comes up for sale, it creates a bidding war among the top collectors and investors in the numismatic world. The recent $1.8 million sale has set a new benchmark, and experts believe that if another high-grade specimen were to appear, it could potentially sell for even more. Imagine finding a coin that cost just 1 cent to make and having it change your life forever. That is the dream that keeps treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts going. It is also why more and more people are taking a second look at their pocket change coin collections and inherited coin jars. If you think you might have one of these coins, do not delay. Get a scale, check the weight, and consult a reputable coin dealer or grading service. Even if you do not have the exact rare copper no-mint-mark 1982 penny, you could still have other valuable varieties from that year, because 1982 was a year full of anomalies in United States coinage. Conclusion: the story of the 1982 no-mint-mark Lincoln cent is a powerful reminder that hidden treasures exist and that even the most ordinary-looking objects can have extraordinary value. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone new to the hobby, this incredible coin shows that knowledge, passion, and a little bit of luck can lead to unbelievable discoveries. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another story about rare coins and valuable collectibles. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and who knows, the next great treasure might be sitting in the palm of your hand. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating story of a truly remarkable coin, the 1998 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This is not just any penny you might find in your change jar. This particular coin has an incredible history behind it, and it is currently worth a jaw-dropping $85,987 on the market. That is right, almost 86 grand for a single penny. Stick around because today you will learn everything you need to know about why this coin is so valuable, what makes it special, and how you could even spot one yourself. First, let us travel back to the year 1998. The Denver Mint, located in Denver, Colorado, was responsible for producing millions upon millions of Lincoln cents that year. Now you might think that with so many coins being made, there is no way a single penny could be worth so much. But here is where the magic happens. Even among mass production, errors occur, rare varieties are born, and small details can turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after treasure. The 1998 D Lincoln penny is famous not because of how many were minted, but because of a few unique factors that collectors obsess over. Number 1 is the pristine condition of surviving examples. Many coins from circulation show heavy wear, scratches, and discoloration, but the rarest 1998 D pennies are the ones that have been preserved in nearly perfect mint state. Coins graded at MS-67 or MS-68 by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare and command astronomical prices. Another key feature that drives up the value is the strong, clean strike of the coin. Coins that show full details in Lincoln's hair, the memorial building on the reverse, and crisp lettering with no weakness are the cream of the crop. A flawless appearance with no blemishes or spotting can make all the difference in value. Now let us talk about the design itself. The obverse features the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been in use since 1909. Even though minor changes were made over the decades, the 1998 D Lincoln penny holds true to that iconic look. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, which was first introduced in 1959 to honor the 50th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. All of these elements come together to form a design that is both historic and symbolic, adding extra sentimental value to collectors. You might be wondering, why exactly is one particular 1998 D penny worth $85,987? The answer lies not only in its condition, but also in its rarity at such a high grade. Out of the millions minted, almost none have survived in near-perfect mint state. That level of rarity sends collectors into a frenzy during auctions. In fact, the record-setting sale of a 1998 D Lincoln penny happened recently when an exceptionally preserved piece crossed the auction block. Bidders from all over the country fought hard for ownership, pushing the price higher and higher until it reached that staggering amount. The coin market today continues to be incredibly strong for Lincoln cents, especially for high-grade modern issues like this one. Collectors and investors alike recognize the value in securing rare modern coins before prices climb even higher. Many experts believe that coins like the 1998 D Lincoln penny will continue to appreciate over time as supplies shrink and demand grows. If you are wondering how you can find a valuable 1998 D penny, here are a few tips. Always check your pocket change, but more importantly, buy unsearched rolls of pennies from banks or estate sales. Pay attention to coins that look unusually sharp, have brilliant luster, and show almost no signs of wear. Investing in a good magnifying glass and learning how to spot key features can be an invaluable skill. Professional grading is also a must if you think you have a potential treasure. A coin graded by PCGS or NGC will carry much more weight and command a higher price when selling. Authentication gives buyers confidence and can turn an already valuable coin into a life-changing payday. Let us take a moment to reflect on just how amazing this is. A tiny copper-plated zinc coin, something most people ignore or toss aside without a thought, can hold enough value to buy a luxury car, put a down payment on a house, or even fund a college education. That is the magic of coin collecting. Every penny has a story. Every cent has potential. And with knowledge, patience, and a little luck, you too could stumble upon a fortune hiding in plain sight. Before we wrap up, let me give you a quick rundown of the current market dynamics. Right now, high-grade Lincoln cents, especially from the late 90s and early 2000s, are heating up in value. Auction houses are seeing record-breaking numbers, private sales are booming, and collectors are aggressively seeking out top-graded coins. The 1998 D Lincoln penny is right at the center of this excitement. So, if you are a collector, an investor, or simply someone with a love for American history, keep your eyes peeled. Do not underestimate the humble 1-cent piece. Somewhere out there, possibly even in your possession, could be the next big discovery. And who knows, you might be holding onto a penny worth $85,987 or even more. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible story of the 1998 D Lincoln penny, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Leave a comment down below if you have ever found a rare penny or if you are now inspired to start checking your change more carefully. Until next time, happy collecting and may fortune smile upon your next find. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you love learning about rare and valuable coins that could be hiding right in your pocket change, you are definitely in the right place. Today, I have something extremely exciting to share with you. We are going to take a deep dive into the fascinating story of the 2000 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that, believe it or not, has sold for an absolutely jaw-dropping amount of money. I am talking about a market value that has reached an astonishing $57,219. Yes, you heard that right, over $57,000 for a single penny. Now, you might be wondering, how can a coin that is supposed to be worth just 1 cent be valued at such a staggering amount? Well, stay tuned because I am going to walk you through everything you need to know, from the coin's history to what makes it so special, and exactly why collectors are willing to pay so much for it today. Let us start with a little background history on the Lincoln cent series itself. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original design featured the bust of President Lincoln on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. Over the years, there have been several modifications to the design, especially to the reverse, but the Lincoln cent remains one of the most iconic and beloved coins in American numismatic history. Fast forward to the year 2000. The United States Mint in Denver produced millions of Lincoln cents with the D Mint mark. At first glance, the 2000 D penny looks like any other regular penny you would find in your spare change. But as we all know in the world of coin collecting, it is the rare errors, varieties, and sometimes sheer luck that can turn an ordinary coin into a legendary treasure. Now, the particular 2000 D Lincoln penny that sold for such a massive amount is no ordinary cent. What sets it apart is a combination of its minting quality, its condition, and possible rare errors that make it incredibly desirable to collectors. Most notably, some 2000 D pennies are known for striking errors, die cracks, double dies, and other anomalies that can drive their value through the roof. However, the biggest reason behind the sky-high value is the coin's condition. In the world of coin grading, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect, flawless coin under magnification. The 2000 D penny that achieved the massive selling price was graded at the very highest levels of the scale, meaning it had razor-sharp details, stunning luster, and no visible imperfections. It is important to mention that only a tiny handful of coins from any minting year survive in such pristine condition. Most coins enter circulation and immediately begin to suffer from scratches, nicks, and general wear and tear. So finding a 2000D penny in near perfect condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. It is incredibly rare, and that rarity is exactly what drives collectors into fierce bidding wars when one of these beauties appears on the market. In terms of design, the 2000D penny features the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse, a design that had been in use since 1959. This side of the coin shows the Lincoln Memorial Building in Washington, D.C., with the tiny seated statue of Lincoln visible between the columns, a remarkable detail for such a small coin. The obverse side still proudly bears the image of President Lincoln, a timeless reminder of his legacy. Now, you might be asking, how can you tell if you have a valuable 2000D penny sitting in your collection or even in your loose change? The first thing you want to do is carefully check the condition of your coin. If it looks crisp, sharp, and flawless, it might be worth getting it professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Professional grading can authenticate your coin and officially determine its quality and value. You should also look for any unusual characteristics like double lettering, die cracks, or other anomalies that could further boost the coin's rarity and market value. When it comes to the current market value, the 2000D Lincoln cent we are talking about achieved a staggering auction price of $57,219. This sale took place at a major numismatic auction where serious collectors and investors competed to own this incredible piece of minting history. Even though not every 2000D penny will fetch that kind of money, many examples in high-grade conditions still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, making it well worth your time to check your coins carefully. Demand for high-quality Lincoln cents remains strong among collectors. Many people are passionate about completing sets of Lincoln pennies from all years and mint marks, and having a rare gem like a high-grade 2000D penny can dramatically increase the prestige and value of a collection. Additionally, with more people turning to coin collecting as both a hobby and a potential investment, the market for rare coins continues to be very active and competitive. So, what should you do if you think you have a special 2000D penny? First, handle it very carefully. Always hold the coin by its edges to avoid getting fingerprints or oils on its surface. Place it in a protective holder or coin flip to keep it safe from scratches. Then, consider submitting it to a professional grading service to get an official evaluation. Remember, a small investment in grading can lead to a huge payout if your coin turns out to be a top-tier specimen. It is absolutely amazing to think that a simple penny from the year 2000, struck at the Denver Mint, can be worth tens of thousands of dollars today. This story goes to show that incredible treasures can be hiding in the most unexpected places. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little knowledge, and a passion for the hobby. Before I wrap up today's video, I want to encourage you to go check your loose change, dig through your old coin jars, and take a fresh look at any Lincoln pennies from the year 2000 with AD mint mark. Who knows, you might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, interesting, or inspiring, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin collecting content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, leave a comment below if you have ever found a rare coin or if you are currently searching for treasure in your spare change. I would love to hear your stories and experiences. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck on your coin hunting adventures. Take care and see you soon. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we have an incredible story to share with you that is going to completely change how you look at the pennies you have sitting in your pocket change jar or coin collection. We are diving deep into the amazing world of the 2003 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that at first glance might look just like every other penny you have ever seen. But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you are going to realize how a simple penny could be hiding thousands and thousands of dollars in value. Now, let us start at the beginning. The 2003 Lincoln 1-cent penny was part of the Lincoln Memorial series that had been running since 1959. It features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner, and on the reverse we see the Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparo. The coin is composed primarily of copper-plated zinc, and it was produced in huge numbers at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Normally, the Philadelphia minted coins would have no mint mark, while Denver coins carried a small D. However, something special happened in 2003. A small number of Lincoln pennies minted in Philadelphia were produced with very slight errors or variations that went unnoticed by the general public. Some of these coins had extremely sharp strikes, crisp lettering, and perfect surfaces, while others displayed subtle mistakes that set them apart from the rest. Collectors began noticing that certain 2003 pennies, especially those without a mint mark, were exhibiting an unusual quality. Their fields were smoother, their luster brighter, and most importantly, their detail was much sharper than typical circulation strikes. Over time, coin experts began to classify these special 2003 no mint mark Lincoln pennies as rare examples, and because they were so rare and so well preserved, their value began to climb steadily. Today, if you happen to own one of these rare 2003 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent pennies in pristine condition, you are sitting on a gold mine. Believe it or not, some of these coins have sold for a jaw-dropping $70,563 at high-profile auctions. That is not a typo, $70,563 for a single penny. Now let us talk about why these coins are so valuable. The first reason is scarcity. Out of the billions of pennies made, that you're only a tiny fraction have the exceptional quality that collectors are seeking. The second reason is condition. Coins that have been kept in almost perfect condition, showing no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, are graded extremely high by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. Grades like MS68 or MS69 are exceptionally rare and can command astronomical prices. The third reason is collector demand. As more and more people learn about this special 2003 penny, the demand grows. Collectors want to add the best examples to their collections, which drives prices even higher. Now you might be asking yourself, how can I tell if I have one of these special 2003 no mint mark Lincoln pennies? Great question. Here are a few things you should look for. First, examine the coin under a strong light. Look for a coin that has a blazing red color with no signs of brown or toning. Second, look closely at the details, especially Lincoln's hair, his bow tie, and the lines of the Lincoln Memorial. If the details are razor sharp and crisp, that is a good sign. Third, check the coin for any signs of doubling or die errors. Although not every valuable example will have errors, some of the most valuable coins do exhibit small mistakes like double dies or off-center strikes. If you think you have found one, do not try to clean it. Cleaning a coin can drastically lower its value. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges and consider sending it to a professional grading service for authentication. And grading a high grade can mean the difference between a few $100s and tens of thousands of dollars. Now let us quickly go over the current market value again. In 2025, the highest recorded sale of a 2003 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny in near perfect condition reached $70,563. Even examples in slightly lower conditions have sold for $5,000 to $10,000. So even if your penny is not absolutely perfect, it could still be worth a small fortune. Imagine turning a simple penny into a life-changing amount of money. It is stories like this that make the world of coin collecting so exciting. You never know what hidden treasure might be waiting right in front of you. So the next time you are sifting through your pocket change, remember to take a second look at every 2003 penny you come across. Look carefully. You might just be holding onto a tiny piece of history worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about valuable coins hidden in plain sight, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to discover hidden treasure. Drop a comment below and let me know if you have ever found a rare coin in your pocket change. I would love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, I have an absolutely amazing story for you about a very special penny that could change your life if you find one. Today, we are talking about the 2006 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny and why it is now worth a jaw-dropping $99,452 in the current coin market. Stick with me until the end because I am going to walk you through the full History, what makes this coin so valuable, and how you can tell if you might have one hiding in your collection, your piggy bank, or even in your pocket change right now. Introduction to the Lincoln Penny series. First, a little background. The Lincoln 1-cent penny series is one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. It started way back in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original penny featured Lincoln's bust on the front and two wheat ears on the back. This design changed over time, but the Lincoln penny has remained a staple of American currency ever since. By 2006, the penny had the Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, a design that had been in use since 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. While most 2006 pennies were pretty standard, there was something very special about a very limited number of them, and that is what we are focusing on today. What is a no-mint mark penny? Most pennies minted in the United States come from one of three main mints: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Coins from Denver and San Francisco carry a D or an S mint mark to indicate where they were struck. However, coins struck in Philadelphia traditionally have no mint mark at all. Normally, a no mint mark penny from Philadelphia is not rare at all, but in the case of the 2006 Lincoln 1-cent penny, something different happened that made this coin extremely valuable: the special error or variation. Some 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies were struck with an unusual die error or striking mistake. The exact cause has been debated by collectors and experts, but it resulted in coins that had either extraordinary die doubling, incorrect planchet composition, or other rare characteristics. This kind of error was not mass-produced, and only a tiny number of these coins are believed to exist. These error pennies exhibit a level of detail in the design that is unusually sharp, or alternatively show significant doubling, especially around the date, the lettering, and Lincoln's profile. Some may even have unique planchet flaws or incorrect metallic composition, adding even more to their rarity and value. How rare is the 2006 no-mint mark penny? When we talk about coin collecting, rarity is everything. The fewer examples there are, the more collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. It is believed that only a very small batch of these special 2006 pennies made it into circulation completely unnoticed. They were mixed in with the millions of regular pennies and distributed across the country because so few people noticed them at the time. Many were spent, lost, or simply worn down through years of circulation, making high-quality examples even rarer. Today, it is estimated that fewer than 50 high-grade examples still exist, which is why they are now commanding such enormous prices at auction. Current market value. Now, let's talk about the big number, the current highest recorded auction price for a 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny with the special error is an astonishing $99,452. That is nearly $100,000 for a single penny. Collectors are scrambling to find these coins in uncirculated or mint state condition, coins that have been graded by top services like PCGS or NGC with designations like MS67 or MS68 are especially valuable if your 2006 penny shows the right signs and is in excellent condition. It could be your golden ticket. What to look for? So, what should you look for? First and foremost, check the date and make sure it is a 2006 penny without a mint mark. Look very carefully at the lettering, especially Liberty, In God We Trust, and United States of America. Check for any doubling or unusual texture. Look at Lincoln's profile and focus on details like the beard, the bow tie, and the facial lines, which might appear doubled or abnormally sharp. Also, pay attention to the overall color and weight of the coin. Some rare examples have a different metallic shine or might even be slightly lighter or heavier than normal due to minting errors. Using a magnifying glass or a microscope can help you spot tiny details that might be missed by the naked eye. If you find anything suspicious or promising, it is absolutely worth sending your penny to a professional coin grading service for authentication. How to sell a rare 2006 no-mint mark penny. If you are lucky enough to find a 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with the right characteristics, there are several ways you can sell it for maximum profit. First, get it graded and authenticated. A coin that is professionally graded and encapsulated will sell for much more than one that is raw. Next, consider putting it up for auction through a reputable house like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or even online platforms like eBay. Some sellers have received life-changing bids through live auctions and private collectors who are desperate to own one of these legendary coins. You Can also reach out to local coin dealers or attend major coin shows where buyers are always looking for the next big discovery. Finding a rare 2006 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is like winning the lottery. It is incredible to think that something as small and ordinary as a penny could be hiding in plain sight and be worth nearly $100,000. So next time you are going through your spare change, keep a sharp eye out. You never know, you could be holding a true piece of American numismatic history, and it could change your financial future forever. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories about rare coins, valuable finds, and life-changing collectibles. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck!